Hey everybody, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, President and co-founder of the Purpose Development Institute here in Atlanta, Georgia. And as you can see, I am on location today. That's right. I'm not in the studio. I am out in downtown ATL getting some fresh air. And I'm on location at the Varsity. So if you are ever in the ATL, make sure you stop in at the Varsity. I want to give a shout out to Ashley, who is always gracious to allow us to film on location here at the famous Varsity. So make sure that you visit if you come to the ATL. I'm sure you have a great experience. But what I want to do is I want to communicate to you the reason why you need to train at the Purpose Development Institute. It doesn't matter whether you are a corporate leader, a ministry leader, nonprofit leader, or you're just an individual looking for resources to make an impact in life. I want to communicate to you why it's important that you understand that the Purpose Development Institute is your go-to resource for a specific reason. You know, several years ago, when I came to the ATL, I had a vision in my mind. You know, when I left Tennessee and I came to Atlanta, Georgia, I had something in my mind about the Purpose Development Institute and what I wanted to achieve, as the CEO, the president, and co-founder at the Purpose Development Institute. I wanted to have a global reach. And what better place than to build that foundation than Atlanta, Georgia, with the world's busiest airport. There's just so much going on here in the ATL where people are wanting to make a difference. And that's what we do here at the Purpose Development Institute. We are truly making a difference when it comes to human development and growth. And I want to make sure that you understand what that difference is, because in today's climate, it's important that you have that cutting edge, that leading edge that's going to allow you to make a greater impact. And one thing that we can guarantee here at the Purpose Development Institute, we understand what that look like. We understand, what those resources that we need to bring to you as an individual or as an organization to allow you to make a greater impact, get 10 times the results than anything that you've ever achieved in your life. And you might be saying, why in the world do I make those kind of claims? When I came here to the ATL, I came here with the vision of America being a content-rich country. When we look in Atlanta, Georgia, I remember coming to Georgia Tech right across the street from here years ago when I invented my first product that I had and put in the Walmart stores. I remember coming to Georgia Tech when there wasn't even an internet and doing some research at the library about patents and how to get a product on the market. And I can truly see, I can see the CNN Center right down the street from here. This is a city where content abounds, all across America. We're content rich, but at the same time, we are a country that's poor when it comes to bringing content to life. We send people to success motivation seminars right here in the ATL. We have some of the biggest churches in the entire world right here in the ATL. And we have content all around us, specifically, through social media and the internet and the way that things are being presented to us online through so many different media outlets. But we have to look at our country and see, why is America one of the most dysfunctional countries on the planet? And it goes back to the thought that I just gave you, is that we're content rich, but when it comes to bringing content to life, we are poor in that area. Now, I want to tell you why we're poor in that area. And this is the reason why you need to train at the Purpose Development Institute. Many years, we've been actually developing and pioneering purpose development for almost 30 years, all of my adult life. And we have done a lot of research in this area as to what was causing the deficiencies in human development and growth, what was causing the deficiencies in why people are having a difficult time practicing what they preach, bringing the content to life. We go to success motivation seminars and people are still struggling. And we came up with the conclusion And that conclusion is that we're suffering from purpose deficit disorder. Yep, that's right, purpose deficit disorder. Now, when I came to the ATL, I never heard of purpose deficit disorder. It took me years of research, hours of just, research, just like I did at the Georgia Tech Library over here, to figure out what is this deficiency. Why are we so dysfunctional, even though we have all these resources in the world? Well, purpose deficit disorder is the number one threat when it comes to human development and growth. I'm going to say it again. It's the number one threat. You heard it here at the Purpose Development Institute. That's the reason why I said we're going to make a difference. We are already making a difference with our clients. And you have to visit this particular disease, because we call it the disease. We're in a society right now that's undergoing a global pandemic with COVID-19. And I'm going to tell you this, is that there's another pandemic that we're dealing with, but we're not trying to seek out those resources to help us deal with the pandemic that's attacking our soul. Just like COVID-19 is threatening our body, and we've seen the results of what COVID-19 is doing in our world. Purpose deficit disorder is attacking our soul. It's a disease that undermines our highest growth potential. And that's the reason why we're so content rich, but we can't bring the content to life. We're struggling. We know a lot, but we're not doing a lot. In other words, we're not making the kind of impact that we can make in our society, whether it's a ministry, corporation, individual. If you're in a corporate client and you're looking to make an impact, look around me, all these organizations, NCR right behind me, Coca-Cola right across the street. Companies are spending billions of dollars on training, but never addressing the number one threat against human development and growth. It's called purpose deficit disorder. So as an organization, it puts you in a position where you're not getting the highest return on your investment. As an individual, it's delaying your dreams and your goals. That's the reason why you need to understand how to identify and remove purpose deficit disorder. So when I came to the ATL, let me tell you something. I was on a mission 10, 11 years ago, and guess what? We're still on a mission. We're on a mission to start a revolution of values, which comes from a revolution of meaning. When we're able to identify and remove that disease. We always tell our clients that at some point, you're going to have to understand how to treat the disease and not the symptoms. See, in America, what we spent a lot of time doing, we spent a lot of time treating symptoms instead of the disease. The civil rights movement, it began right here in the ATL. And it began because there was a disease called purpose deficit disorder, and that disease is still plaguing America right now. And I'm telling you right now, as we're working with clients, from across the country, it is time for us to start treating the disease and not the symptoms. And this disease is wreaking havoc in our companies, is wreaking havoc in our communities, is wreaking havoc in our marketplace. Everywhere we go, you're going to find purpose deficit disorder as that number one threat that's undermining the potential, that's undermining the impact that we can make as individuals, organizations, institutions. You can find it over there at Georgia Tech as well. PDD is all around us, and that's the reason why you need to train here at the Purpose Development Institute. We're the only company in the world that teach you how to identify and remove the number one threat when it comes to human development and growth. So if you don't want to waste your training dollars or resource dollars anymore, you want to get a higher return on your investment, you need to train at the Purpose Development Institute. If you want to make a greater impact, if you want to leave your mark in the world, you need to train at the Purpose Development Institute, because we have the resources to help you identify and remove the number one threat called purpose deficit disorder. So again, this is Donald Jenkins, your master purpose development coach. on location again at the Varsity, downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you go to our website, www.pdiatl.com/events. Set up a 30-minute discovery call. Let us show you how we can add value to you as an individual and to your organization. It's going to be well worth the time and investment that you make to see how we can add value to you as an individual and your organization. So again, I look forward to sharing more insight that's going to help you leave your mark in the world as we help you elevate and raise your purpose IQ. Look forward to sharing more insight with you.